The wrong lessons have been learned in Georgia and Arizona and many other states, right, Nicole, where instead of standing on the honorable decision that those states made by certifying the election for a Democratic president, instead they are saying essentially, why don't we just never again put ourselves in the position where we have to certify an election for a Democratic president by making it hard for voters to turn out? And so that's what they're doing. And the only antidote to that is the For the People Act.
Just as the House passed a sweeping voting rights bill, also known as H.R. 1, state Republicans in places like Georgia, where former President Carter has spoken out tonight, are working to restrict voting. NBC News reporting it this way, quote, voting rights experts and civil rights groups have argued the movement adds up to a national assault that would push voters of color out of the electorate and that federal voting rights protections like H.R. 1 are badly needed to ensure equal access to the ballot box. In fact, the Brennan Center has done the math. There are over 250 bills under consideration in 43 states, all but 7 of these United States, that would make it harder to vote. Still with us, Caroline Randall Williams and Bill Kristol. Caroline, let's be very clear for people who might be just joining us or just dialing into this issue. This is not about suppressing the vote of Brian Williams. It is about suppressing the vote of Caroline Randall Williams. Let's agree to that as a benchmark. So let's talk about a solution. And is H.R. 1, knowing what you know about where politics stand right now and the United States Senate, is H.R. 1 that solution?
I feel about H.R. 1 that we can't argue with it right now because we don't have time. We don't have anything else as immediately on the table. And to the degree that there are people that want to debate that, those are also the people that blithely ignored the festering abscess of white supremacy in this country for so long that the Republican Party became this sort of gangrenous limb that's going to get us all killed. I think that, I'm not here to argue about the vicissitudes of it. We could have questions about it. We could worry that it's too progressive, that it's dreamy, maybe even theoretical, scholarly questions about its constitutionality. But what is certainly unconstitutional is obstructing American rights to vote. We have got to use the tool that is on hand to fight the enemy that is literally at the gates and prepared to shut doors that we have no capacity to reopen once they are closed. And I'm tired of having to explain this, but we have this plain historical precedent. And I think that we just have to move forward with this tool that we've got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank all of you out there.
Thank you as always.
Thanks to at home.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for letting us into your homes during these extraordinary times.